I'm happy to be here. Look forward to speaking with you.
Yeah. Dr. Tom, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure. My name is Tom
Yes.
D'Alfonso. I'm the Worldwide Director of Animal Utilization and Aquaculture for the U.S. Soybean Export Council.
Yes.
Well, the situation right now for soybeans is very promising as the
Yes.
demand for animal protein and even vegetable protein grows. The opportunities for soy are tremendous. It is the base ingredient in just about all animal diets.
Yes.
We're doing a lot of work with aquaculture and poultry and swine in particular. And we're formulating diets with high levels of essential amino acids and calories consistently and sustainably.
The climate change in the
Yes.
nowadays
Yes.
have the effect for the soybean quality. What the main problem now, right now?
Well, the change in climate is affecting the entire world,
Yes.
but particularly the tropical regions, where we get high levels of moisture, a lot of variance in weather. And so, for example, there's a drought in Argentina this year, and in Brazil, we see that the beans are harvested very wet with high levels of moisture, and this affects quality and supply.
Maybe the cost of the mycotoxin in animal feed.
Right. Well, this is particularly an important issue. So, as an animal nutritionist, we're concerned about the availability of the nutrients and the consistency. And what we see is that beans that are harvested in tropical conditions are very wet. They need to be dried down mechanically. So now we have two problems. One, if they're overheated, it hurts the nutrients.
Yes.
If they're underheated, they stay high moisture. And this high moisture is a problem because let's take Brazil for an example. We have very long supply chains. The beans are harvested wet. The beans are put in trucks. It may take a day for the beans to get to the place where they're dried. They're not dried consistently. So all throughout the supply chain, the moisture can go up and down, and that's bad news for the development of mold. And that's what causes mycotoxins, is mold having the ability to grow because of the moisture,
Yes.
high moisture problem.
Yes, exactly. With the high moisture problem right now, do you have any suggestion for the formulation or aquafeed?
Right. So first of all, moisture affects every single nutrient in the diet.
Yes.
The higher the moisture, the lower every other nutrient goes.
Yes.
So it's important to look at the moisture content. It's also important to look at the consistency of the moisture content. Because if you don't know how what the moisture level is, you may have to formulate your feed with safety margins, which means that you have to underestimate the amount of nutrients that are in the ingredients
Yes.
because you don't know how much moisture you're going to have from batch to batch or day after day.
Yeah.
So moisture is hard to manage in this respect too.
Could you tell about what the difference or the benefits for U.S. soybean from the soybean?
Very happy.
Yeah.
You know, the reason that U.S. soy has such a premium value
Yeah.
goes all the way back to the U.S. soy farmer. The U.S. soy farmer is a family-owned farm. 95% of the soybeans that are produced come from family-owned farms that pass the farm on to the next generation, and they're managing the soil and they're managing the harvest to be business sustainable, to be profitable and sustainable at the same time. Moisture is a very big differentiating factor for U.S. soy. We do not need to dry the beans. The beans dry naturally in the field. So this means that when they're harvested, they're ready to go. They're ready to go to the elevator. They're ready to get into the supply chain, and they're just much less damage to the beans coming from the United States.
You can share the insight from global perspective in the aquafeed.
Sure. You know, as the international marketing arm for U.S. soy, I love seeing U.S. soybeans chosen, preferred all over the world for all different species. Just this past week here in Thailand, I visited companies producing feed for chickens and pigs. I went to a shrimp farm, a tilapia farm, a grouper farm, and they're all growing very well and sustainably and profitably because they have U.S. soy as a key ingredient in their diets.
Yes.
We are very privileged
Yeah.
that our essential, precious resource, natural resource of soybeans has such use all over the world. It allows us to come to conferences like this and to see how it is a fuel for providing amino acids and calories to grow the animals that are the reason we're here at this show. And you wouldn't have shows like this that are promoting the animal protein industry.
Yes.
It absolutely means being stewards to the environment, to be less wasteful, and to pass on, the example of the farms to the next generation. But it also means being business sustainable. And what we find are that companies that adopt sustainability practices tend to also be more efficient in their operations. They tend to be focused on quality control. They're less wasteful. In many regards, they're monitoring their energy consumption, their feed consumption, and sustainability and profitability really go hand in hand.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Dr.
very
Tom.
much. I enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you. Thank you.